Hi, in this video I'll be doing a review of the classic, the all-time popular, the OG VICTOR Bravesword 12. Let's begin. The VICTOR Bravesword 12 was first released around 2010 as part of the Bravesword line, which is VICTOR's speed silo. There is very little information surrounding the release of the racket available, other than it was being promoted by the then reigning mixed doubles Olympic champion Lee Hyo-jung and Lee Yong-dae. That said, the Bravesword 12 is arguably the most popular racket ever produced by VICTOR, and that is mainly due to the number of top-level Korean players who used it. The most notable ones being, of course, Lee Yong-dae and Yoo Yeon-sung, who were widely seen as the best men's doubles pair between 2014 and 2016. Despite being released over 8 years ago, the Bravesword 12 is still being sold today and is especially prominent amongst club-level players. Let's take this racket to the test and see how it performs. The Bravesword 12 I reviewed is the classic original release. It has a blue base and accents in black and white. The graphics on the racket are fairly simple, which is typical of an older racket, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. The bright blue color in combination with the chevron graphics on the sides of the frame makes the Bravesword 12 stand out, and because the racket is being used by so many pro players, the design makes the racket instantly recognizable even from afar. For those who don't like flashy colors, there is also a more subtle black colorway with red and white accents, which is called the Bravesword 12N. I personally prefer the black colorway, but unfortunately where I live, only the blue Bravesword 12 is available. The specs graphics on the cone of the racket indicate that the Bravesword 12 is a 3 out of 5 in terms of shaft stiffness and a 3 out of 5 in terms of balance. That translates to a medium stiff shaft and even balance. Holding it in my hand and dry swinging it, I would say that it's mostly accurate. The shaft does have quite some bend to it, and the 3D models that I have also has got some nice heft to it as well. Special features of the Bravesword 12 include the sword frame, which is an aerodynamic frame designed to reduce air resistance when swinging, and the shockless grommet system to reduce vibration when hitting. If you would like to see the racket in more detail, make sure you check out my Instagram, where I uploaded close-up pictures of the racket. I'll leave the link in the description below. And while you're there, consider hitting the like button as well. It would mean a lot. Anyways, that is it for specs and design. Let's take this racket on the court and see how it performs. Straight from the first hit, I was really impressed by the Bravesword 12. I'll go ahead and say this is by far the most aerodynamic frame I have ever played with. I'm normally used to fast frames like the Nanore 900 or the Z-Speed, but even those start to feel laggy compared to the Bravesword 12. The ease at which the Bravesword 12 frame cuts through the air is just astounding. The second thing I observed is how easy it is to hit shots with this racket, and you'll hear me use this word very frequently in this review. The Bravesword 12 is easy to play. Shots feel plush with minimum vibration, the sweet spot feels generous, and I rarely had any mishits if at all. The even balance of the racket also means that your arm will not get tired, even in longer sessions. When it comes to power shots, the Bravesword 12 is no sledgehammer, but it's not too shabby either. You still have to generate all the power yourself, but the Bravesword 12 is so aerodynamic that it's easy for you to do so. As such, smashes can be powerful and steep if you get into proper position. Clip smashes or wrist smashes are especially effective thanks to the fast swings of the aerodynamic frame. Clears and pressure clears are no problem, and there was no problem hitting from backcourt to backcourt. In the control department, the Bravesword 12 did struggle somewhat. This is a medium flex shaft, and therefore you can control the length of your shots most of the time. But there are some instances where the bird would take an unexpected trajectory, instances where it would go for a straight smash and the bird would fly out. Drop shots were also a mixed bag for me. There is not much weight towards the head to help push the shuttle downwards over the net, so you do need to control your drop shots using the forearm, which can become quite a task in longer sessions when you're exhausted. I personally found it hard to gauge the weight of my shots because of the fast frame, and I could never get a consistent result with it as I could with the other rackets before. Moving on to the area where the Bravesword 12 really stands out, the net. With how fast the frame moves, you can easily and effectively intercept mid-court pushes and loose returns. Net shots felt okay, though I would say that you do need to be extra precise with them because there is not much weight at the head for you to refer to. Defending with the Bravesword 12 feels great. Returning smashes is really easy, block defenses, lift defenses, and even counter-driving plays like a breeze. This is to be expected from such a fast frame. Drives are also easy. The frame is very maneuverable, and it doesn't take much effort to move around, although I do miss the responsiveness of the Nanore 900 or the Z-Speed. The Bravesword 12's sponginess sometimes makes the flat game feel slow and sluggish. Overall though, it does quite well in this department. Another benefit of using a fast frame like that of the Bravesword 12 is that deceptive plays are easy. You can delay your action until the very last split second before pushing your thumb and send the bird past the onrushing opponents. Hold and flicks and hold and push are especially fun to hit with this racket. Having spent time to play and get to know the racket, it's easy to see why the Bravesword 12 is so popular. It is to badminton what the Adidas Copa Mundial is to football, or what the Air Jordans are to basketball. The Bravesword 12 is a timeless piece of equipment that can be picked up by anyone at any age, any discipline, and any level. It is extremely easy to use, extremely fast in defense and flat games, and is reliable in the power department. Some players may be put off by its lack of decent control, but considering its price, the Bravesword 12 is an extremely attractive option. If you're an intermediate level player looking to make the jump into advanced or tournament level play, if you're looking to buy your first high-end racket, or if you're just someone looking for a good, reliable racket, the Bravesword 12 is a great choice. That is it for my review. Thank you very much for watching, and subscribe for more.